It's my birthday, I'll do a haul if I want to. A haul if I want to. That was much more entertaining in my head. I thought that was going to work out so well. The books fell off my birthday. Oh, that hurt. Oh yeah, so possibly like you, I had a birthday in 2017, but it came at a time when I was doing 2 dissertations and one of them wasn't even in English. So I couldn't fit in the time to record a birthday book haul. So now I've decided I'm going to do that now, even though it's technically kind of irrelevant because it's not my birthday and it was months ago. By the way, if you like entertaining bookish videos, then you should subscribe to me for the good of your health. That felt so commercially, oh my god. But anyway, first book. I got a lot of fiction books, so we're going to start with them. So, oh, great. So See Me is a Nicholas Sparks book, which is assumably a romance. I think that's what he does. I've never actually read any of his books, I don't think, and I've seen a couple of the movies that are based on them and they're very like romantic. I haven't even read nor seen The Notebook though, so don't you dare comment any spoilers because I've been avoiding them so well. All I know is that there is some kissing in the rain, that's all I know. There's a man and a woman on the cover and I'm assuming one of them dies because that's what happens in romance novels now, isn't it? Nobody ever gets a happy ever after. Like, I do not want to experience that type of love where it's all amazing and incredible and you get so swept up in it and you're so mad for each other that it hurts when you're apart, because there's a 50% chance that you're gonna die. You're not gonna get out of that alive. You're gonna end up with like either a dead partner and you're gonna be really really sad and you're gonna be heartbroken, or you're gonna be like, that was my one true love, I'm never gonna love like that again, and you're gonna be heartbroken. Or else you're gonna end up dead and your man or your woman or whoever you're with, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm so sad because they were my one true love. And it's like, sorry, you were together for like 10 minutes. But yeah, I really enjoy romance novels, even though I have 0% interest in actually having a romantic relationship in my life right now. So I got this and I started it a couple of months ago. I read a few chapters. It didn't really grab me, so I kind of left it aside. I'll have to give it a second chance soon. So if I remember correctly, it's about this guy who's in his late 20s, early 30s, and he's gone back to college to get a degree. I think he has a temper, a bit of a temper. Like, it's a good way to make a romance novel dramatic. I'll give Nicholas Sparks that. Like, you usually have the man with the temper and then you're like, oh my god, he's so pained and troubled and he just needs some help and he just needs a woman in his life to help rein him in and teach him that there's more to life than getting in silly bar fights. And then of course he'll get into a silly bar fight over your woman. I'm assuming that's what happens. As I said, I haven't actually read it. It's still here. Look at how perfect it looks. I haven't barely touched it. I also got The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood and I don't know what this is about, to be honest. I've seen the trailers on the TV and it looks good but I don't know what it's about and I don't think I need to explain it because it's well recognised within the booktube community as a good book. I got After the Fire by Will Hill, which was I think promoted as a Zoella book club choice, which means nothing to me, but you know, just in case that means something to you, that's what that is. I think I tried to read this book and then I read the blurb and I was like, oh no, it sounds so dark. So I just put on Instagram that I was reading it and then I left it on my bedside locker for 3 weeks until it started getting in the way and then I went back on the bookshelves. So from the blurb, what I gathered was there's this lad named Father John, which is giving me major Christianity vibes because like Father John, it sounds like he's a priest or something and it sounds very cultish. Father John knows the truth and he knows right from wrong and everything. And then Moonbeam comes along and they're like, oh, I don't think Father John is telling the truth and they want the truth exposed. And sorry, but Father John is a very normal name in comparison to Moonbeam. What's that all about? Like, this kid is called Moonbeam and I'm supposed to take that seriously when his name is John. Like, would you stop? I also got The Power by Naomi Alderman, which is set in the present day. It sounds like very modern and stuff. It's like set in the now and there's only one slight difference in that teenage girls have the ability to kill people and cause great physical harm to them. Now, a non-feminist when talking about this book would go for the obvious lazy joke of, haha, in this book I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of a teenage girl when she's on her period, haha. But I'm not going to do that because I actually respect people who get their periods and understand that the hormonal changes that go on don't cause them to become emotional, crazy monsters. Like, believe it or not, people who have periods, mainly women, can be trusted when they're menstruating and they don't have major lapses in judgment. So yeah, that was The Power, and I think it sounds good. And I did a lot of books when I was actually making my major birthday purchase. So basically, I added all of the books that I wanted to buy into my basket, and I said, right, I'll go through them all at the end and I'll take out the ones that I don't really want, but I'll add them now just because I'm interested in them. And then it came down to 2 books. One was a poetry book and the other was a book that was written in like a play format. So I went through it and went, well, I've no poetry books here. I've only a couple of poetry books to my name and I love poetry, so I'll buy the poetry book. Accidentally took out the wrong book and I ended up with Hagseed by Margaret Atwood. It's about some lad looking for revenge over his daughter dying, so if that sounds like something that interests you, cool. So the final fiction book that I have is It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Byrne, and now I love Holly Byrne, but I'm just after reading the blurb there and I'm kind of like, Jessica, turn off the camera and just lie down and read this, because I didn't know it was a romance book and it sounds so good. When Audrey meets Harry, it's the start of a truly cinematic romance. Or is it? Audrey knows that Harry is every movie cliche rolled into one, but she still chooses to let him into her heart. Eclipse. So I think it sounds really good, but it's Holly Byrne, who's an amazing feminist writer. I read Am I Normal Yet like 2 years ago. So I also got 2 non-fiction books, which are The New Feminism and We Should All Be Feminists. If you're into feminism, you've probably heard about them, so I won't talk about them really. Just We Should All Be Feminists is based on a TED Talk. I think it's the transcript of the TED Talk of the same name by Adichie. Am I remembering how to say her name right? I hope so. And also The New Feminism is a really good feminist book that's really highly esteemed by Natasha Walters. So if you're into feminism, there are good places to start apparently. I read a bit of them for my dissertation and they're great. So if you like brilliant, fascinating, highly enjoyable bookish videos delivered to your subscription feed at least once a week, then you should subscribe to me and that'll be great for your health. I am absolutely sure of it, unless you're dying of something terminal, then please don't hope that I'm actually going to help your health. It might help your mental health a little bit, but like your physical health, no, sorry, you're still gonna die. Is that mean? Oh god. I hope you liked that video. I obviously can't do another birthday haul until it's my birthday again, and I only have them once a year, so sorry, but you'll have to wait until November for another one. If you know what book I should start with, then please let me know what your suggestion is in the comment section down below. I feel like I'm gonna start with It Only Happens in the Movies though, because I'm so excited about that. I'm actually like, my little arm is shaking. Not little, it's not little. Why would I say it's little? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Slán.